Hi, I'm Jeff Glubka. Welcome back to my workshop. In the last video, I made the frames for the next two shoulder mount style antler builds. That's kind of clumsy, but I can't really think of a clever name for what I'm making. And when I finished those frames, the ones you see right here, I was waiting for the headgear antlers that I had ordered to show up so I could start working on putting the antlers on. Well, the antlers showed up. Here's a pair for one. I think these are going to work out really nice. And here's a pair for the next one. I think these are going to work out really good too. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the antlers, the bases flat. I'm going to drill and tap and insert the 1024 threaded rod. And I'm also going to make the mounting plates that go on them that are going to get welded to these cross beams that come off the top of the wireframes. So let's do it. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up this sheet of 16 gauge, and I'm going to lay out some lines, probably drill all the holes, lay out all the pieces, and then cut them apart, shape them, and then go ahead and transfer the hole pattern onto the antlers, and then I can drill the spots in the antlers and epoxy in the threaded rod. And then once I have that angle figured out, I can lay it out on the metal frame, cut them, tack them on, make sure they're where I want, and finish welding them. So hopefully I can get that far today. So across the base of each of these antlers, I measured um, probably at the widest and at the narrowest part. And I'm looking at the widest part because the way the antler angles up, I'm going on as much surface as I can get, and I'm looking about 1.25 inches in width across where the bone is, not really where all the knurling and the stuff and all the little knobs and bumps are out there. This is what I want to support against the part that I sanded flat. So I got about 1.25 inches, and all of them are about the same. So I'm going to make my pieces 1.25 inches wide, and then probably just make them maybe even 1.25 inches just in diameter, just a round piece, and then that will weld on at the bottom, and then up here and over here there'll be the holes. There'll be a hole here with a piece of threaded rod in, and then a hole here with a piece of threaded rod in. I got to be careful not to go too deep because I don't want it to come through the show side of the antler. But I think 1.25 inches in diameter for these pieces is going to work out just right. There's one pair of antlers ready to go. Time to do the next one. There. Now that other set is ready. So let's go ahead and set up one of the frames and see if we can't get these positioned and welded in place. So this part, positioning these, is really just a matter of eyeballing them to where you got a good distance. I mean, this is obviously way too wide. I don't want them too narrow. I want them a little bit wider than what a standard buck would be, just to make it feel and look bigger. So I like that. I don't know if you can see from that angle as well. Probably not. I like that. So I'm gonna set down the one on the right and put a little mark where the one on the left is, and then measure it over and try to balance it the other way. So set that down. I'm going to mark this right at the bottom. Where the bottom of that cut will be. And now measure it from the center, 2 1/4, so 4.5 inches. Okay. Alright, make the cut like that. So I want to angle it in a little bit. I'll put the tack in front, and if I want to angle it in, I will. Okay. tack. Okay. Back. Alright, so the antlers are tacked on, or the antlers are bolted to the plates are tacked in place on the cross beam. I'm going to go ahead and get the second one tacked together, and then I can unbolt the antlers and finish the welds around and then bolt the antlers back on. Then that much is done. Then we're ready to just start shaping around the head, work our way down the neck, and have a couple more mounts done. I call them mounts. They're not really mounts. They look like a shoulder mount. I still can't come up with a good name for these things. It's a shoulder mount style antler build, I guess. I don't know. Again, it's a lot of eyeballing. Okay. Set this down. Give myself a mark where this one is. That's where it goes all the way down. And follow that line, follow that angle. And then to make it kind of even though nothing on a deer is really even, 2 1/4 again. So I eyeballed it the same as the last one. So 5 inches, or 5 inches, 4 and 4.5 inches. I got good math. 2 1/4, 2 1/4 is 5. Uh-huh. So the memory card filled up and shut off while I was in the middle of doing the finish welding on the second head. Um, but you didn't really miss anything. It was just more of the same from what I did on the first. You also missed me sanding down the welds and cleaning them up, but you don't really need to see that. Next is to put the antlers back on, and that's where they will live. So we're going to do that. And since I most likely melted the plastic ring out of the nylox when I was welding these tabs on, I'm going to go ahead and put new nylox on. On the way. Yeah, I kind of am. there they are, ready for more antlers to go on, but that's as far as I'm going to go tonight with them. I do like the way this turned out with the rod running across, and then a plate, a small round plate welded on the end that matches the angle of the antler base. I like that a lot better than a flat plate and then bending it back like I did on my first one. This is, I think this is a better way to do it. So there they are. So far, the wire frames are done and the main headgear is on, both of them. All I got to do now, like it's nothing to it, is run down the head to the nose and then from the top of the head to the shoulders. And we'll have a couple more of those shoulder mount style builds, I guess. I really got to come up with a better name for these. So thanks again for watching.